In this video, we're gonna figure out once and for all what is the most fuel-efficient midsize pickup truck that's brand new.
Welcome to the Denver 100, where we do a highway loop going from and then to Boulder, Colorado. So we're going high elevation, we're going on highways, a little bit of stop and go traffic, and we're going to do it with these vehicles, all of which have very different powertrains.
This was not easy to do, but we have brand new 2024 Honda Ridgeline Trail Sport Off-Road Edition.
Yeah, the most car-like of all these vehicles.
We also have a 2024 Nissan Frontier Hardbody Edition.
Yeah! Beefy V6 inside of it, old school.
4x4, of course.
Of course.
Here we have TFL's truck, 2024 all-new Toyota Tacoma TRD Off-Road.
Turbo 4-cylinder engine.
Blueberry. Also, we have the all-new 2024 Ford Ranger FX4, once again, Off-Road Edition.
Turbo 4-cylinder engine.
Yes. And we have my truck, which is a new 2023 Chevy Colorado Trail Boss Off-Road.
Turbo 4-cylinder engine.
And then,
It's just like all of them. So what happened to the Jeep?
And then we don't have a Jeep, but there's a solution.
Okay.
Roman is driving a Jeep Gladiator Mojave from Moab, Utah here very, very soon. So we'll have numbers for that as well.
I mentioned earlier that this is the most car-like of all the vehicles here, and that is because it doesn't have a frame, it does have a subframe.
Yeah.
But it also is basically a front-wheel drive bias vehicle.
But that's all-wheel drive, of course. This is a 3.5-liter Honda V6. It's been in many vehicles, 280 horsepower, 262 pound-feet of torque, and a 9-speed automatic.
That's right. So let's move on to the next one.
Also a traditional V6 in the Nissan.
But even more traditional.
Yes, it's mounted long ways, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's 3.8 liter, and the power rating is 310 horsepower and 281 pound-feet of torque, and it's also a 9-speed.
There you go, proper four-wheel drive right here. So let's move on to the next.
Yeah, well, now Toyota is switching things up on us because the all-new generation of the Tacoma is turbocharged.
That's right. In fact, there is no more V6 available for the Tacoma.
Right. This is a 2.4 liter with 278 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque.
Awesome. All right, and this is hooked up to a?
8-speed automatic.
All right, another proper four-wheel drive. There we go. That is brand new.
Yes, but the engine is about the same as before. This is a 2.3 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder in the Ford that was there before.
Okay, what's its output?
270 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque.
And it's a 10-speed automatic transmission?
It's the only 10-speed here.
Ah, that's right. Okay, now quick question. Where's the V6 in this?
It's coming later this summer.
Ah, that's why we're not using it. Okay, let's move on to this one here.
This is kind of a large displacement 4-cylinder. It's a 2.7 liter GM engine. This is the high output edition of that engine.
Okay, so what is it?
310 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque.
Okay, and it's hooked up to a?
8-speed automatic.
8-speed automatic transmission, turbocharged engine, four-wheel drive. And finally, of course, the Jeep, which is not here, that has the V6, the Pentastar, which has been around for ages.
And an 8-speed in the Jeep as well.
Yep.
Nathan, this is a big project. So we have, of course, Cole, Case, and Grant helping us out, and the rest of the team down at headquarters.
Yeah. So, what type of gas are we going to be using for all of this?
So we're going to be using 87.
Okay.
So, I mean, turbocharged engines usually like higher octanes, but all of these trucks are rated at 87 octane, and we have all of the EPA numbers that we could show you, but the real world could be very different. The Honda is EPA rated at 23 highway. So we need your help. We need you to guess and let us know what's the most efficient one. So write your comments. Wait, what?
I didn't say anything.
Write your comments now. What do you think will be the most efficient pickup truck of these 6?
It's going to be one of these.
Let's fill up.
All right, now if you're curious, capless, by the way, it's kind of the way a lot of people are going. 19.5 gallons capacity. There it is.
Wow, topped off.
Topped off, there we go. One click, that's what we do.
I'm topping off the Ranger. this fuel tank size is 18.7, so a little bit smaller than the Honda. And Ford says 24 MPG, or EPA says, and Ford agrees, 24 MPG on the highway. So that's even better than Honda. I mean, we'll see. These are off-road tires, so it may be a bit less. Okay, the Ranger is topped off. Now let's do the Tacoma. The Tacoma has a cap. Toyota lists the fuel tank size at 18 gallons straight up. And the EPA and Toyota say 24 MPG is the rating officially. Topping off the Taco? Okay. Chevy, another capless system. And this is the largest tank, 21.5 gallons, according to Chevrolet. But EPA and Chevy rate different versions of their trucks separately. So I looked up mud terrain tires, which is what this is, trail bus with mud terrains, and it's listed at 20 MPG on the highway. Finally, the Nissan. Oh, also a traditional cap.
Yep.
But I have to hang it correctly, otherwise the commenters will say
so you have
something
that
bad.
special spot for it, or else we can get, yeah. How big's the tank on this one?
21.
So 21 is the same as the Chevy.
Yeah.
So what's the highway MPG in this thing?
According to the EPA and Nissan, 23.
But that's before all this stuff is on there.
Well, it's a 4x4 Frontier. That's how they rate it.
Right.
So it'll probably be different in the real world. Topping off the Nissan, and on the highway we go.
Oh, that was quick.
Yes, so this is a 111-mile loop around Denver.
Okay, so we call it the Denver 100, but we're lying.
No, it's more than 100, so we can call it 100.
The Grandiose 100.
Yes.
That's the new name. So we're going to hit it. We're going to follow each other as best we can. We're going to maintain a certain speed, and all of the trucks under the same conditions are going to come back here. We're going to fuel up between what the truck says and what the pump says. We'll have our answers.
Yes. Onwards.
Okay, it's time to reset all the fuel meters in the vehicle. So currently mine's showing 380 miles range, 21.8 current MPG, that's mixed. Okay, so I hold down the button, I go to reset, hold down the button. Okay, here we go.
Oh yeah, it's time to figure out who is the winner. I'm excited. All right, dude, so this could be unpredictable. I mean, the Nissan is showing 24.4. That's a good number.
That's a really good number. Now you gotta take into account the fact that this thing is loaded with a bunch of extra stuff on it.
Yeah, it's got extra weight.
Off-road tires.
Yes, pretty big tires. And classic look. Because that affects MPG.
This vehicle has like kind of the oldest school setup. Here we go.
Gonna wait 30 seconds, just let everything settle like we always do. We're not damaging anything. That's why we're waiting. And just a quick top off. Woo! 5.0 gallons? The Nissan trip meter may have overestimated a bit.
Maybe.
Let's calculate.
All right.
So according to GPS, that was 110.3 miles. I measured it.
Okay.
Divide by 5 point what?
5.057.
21.8. 21.8 MPG is pretty good. It's a little bit lower than the highway rating on the Frontier. I can't wait to see what's next.
The only bummer is I have to push this button to pop the thing. Now I know it's good for security, but I forget every single damn time I have to fill it up. All right, time for some 87.
Sweet juice.
Now, should I tell you now what it said that it was getting?
I'm guessing it was similar to like a Honda Odyssey. Like Odysseys, minivans are usually pretty good on fuel, right?
A lot of people are like, well, my Ford F-150 gets the same mileage, or my Ram.
Sure.
But in some cases, that is true.
Yeah.
Right? I think the point here is that a lot of people who buy these smaller trucks are buying them because of their size, their packaging. Perhaps they have to put them in a garage, or they like to park them in a certain area. Here we go, squeezing away. A long squeeze, there it goes.
Well, that's better than Nissan.
Oh, hell yeah. 4.178. Shall we calculate?
110.3 divided by 4.178. 26.4 gigawatts.
Yes, and not only that, but I want to point out something that at least my vehicle thinks we went slightly further in mileage.
That's okay, because I use GPS.
Exactly. Doesn't matter. I chose the right vehicle. By the way, the most comfortable, best stereo system, and by far,
that's enough.
By far, the best seats.
Enough. Next truck. All right, now Chevy.
Yeah.
Chevy Colorado.
For those who do not know, if you're living under a rock, this is actually Andre's personal truck. Now, there's something very important we have to mention.
What?
And that is, this does not have a cruise control. I'm not making fun of you, but it means that we had to rely on Grant's foot. Grant was the guy who was driving this.
Yes.
And I know a lot of you are like saying that's not apples to apples. You're right about that, but this is what we had to work with.
But I was leading in a truck that had cruise control, so
Right.
Grant was just matching his speed to my speed, which was the same speed.
And he's a professional athlete, so his ankle's very strong.
He's like a triathlete.
Yeah.
He's a bicyclist. He's everything.
Yeah.
Climber.
Yeah, that too.
Ooh. I'm not gonna beat the Honda, but this is interesting.
Well, it depends on that squeeze. We still got 20 seconds.
Top off.
Oh,
Not much at all. All right, the number is 4.513.
What did your truck say? Well, tell me after you calculate.
10.3 divided by 4.513. Oh, what? Grant is an athlete.
He's amazing. He's a god.
But the EPA says 20. My truck's at 23.5.
You added this, which creates a lower resistance aerodynamic component, as such, 2 miles per gallon better. Right there.
Wow, this is, and I have 10,000 miles on this truck, so it's really,
it's really broken in. All of them are broken in,
yeah. They have many thousands of miles on them.
I actually thought you would do worse.
Next truck. All right, now it's Tacoma time. This is a TFL's truck. It has about 5,000 miles on the clock, so it's broken in.
Yep, in more ways than one.
Oh, the Tacoma has this.
That's
Which is like aerodynamic.
That's part of the design of this thing. You didn't add it aftermarket like.
No, that's the way it came.
Yeah. What? No. Well, you haven't done your squeeze yet.
Yeah,
because it could be a big squeeze.
Top off.
Squeeze it down here. One. Oh.
This is almost Ridgeline rivalry.
Close, I think.
So that was the Chevy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now the Tacoma divided by 4.192 gigawatts. What?
Wait.
26.3. The Honda was 26.4.
Really? Wow.
But what about the Ranger?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's the last one.
Okay, let's do it. All right, so this is the new Ranger FX4. Let's fill it up.
Yep.
Oh, zero. It used zero fuel.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, full disclosure. Now this came this way from the manufacturer. There is this little thing in the bed. It weighs what, 25 pounds, 30 pounds at the most?
Maybe even, yeah, not even.
So that is in the bed, but otherwise, it is exactly as you see it.
No way.
No way.
Well, we still need to top off.
Yep, that squeeze could be longer.
Well, that was our larger top off.
Yeah, but
Ooh.
man, you're going to be right in the ballpark of the Chevy.
Oh my goodness. This is insane. This was the Honda. This was the Tacoma. And then finally, the Ranger 236. 26 point. It's really zero.
It's so 26.
26. Dude.
So have we all outperformed the EPA numbers?
Yeah, basically, except for the Nissan.
Except for the Nissan.
And 26 is actually huge for a 4x4 like this with beefy tires.
Okay, I parked a little close.
All right, so finally, we ran 5 trucks about a week ago, right?
Right.
And we finally, Roman brought this Gladiator here. So let's run it also.
That's right, and the climate is only a few degrees warmer than it was last time. There's a mild breeze outside, and it's about the same time of day that we ran it, and we're even using the same gas pump exactly at the same location.
And also 87 octane.
That's right.
So dude, the EPA rating for a 4-wheel drive, well, all Gladiators are 4-wheel drive, right?
Right.
The EPA rating is 22 MPG. So will we see it today?
Yeah.
This is a Mojave, dude, so it's got the bigger tires.
Yeah.
It's 33s.
We can assume, at the very least, that the aerodynamic quality of this vehicle is already dreadful. But in addition, it has big fat tires, that's extra drag. It has that Fox suspension, so that's extra weight on top of what the weight would be, right?
Yeah, and it also has most options,
Yes.
which means it's overall heavier.
That's
than
right.
before.
That is correct. So I'm not expecting stellar results. All right, according to the truck, we averaged 19 miles per gallon. And this says we did 110.6, but Andre says 111 miles. I'll take Andre's word for it. Okay, here we go. Doesn't really move. All right, let's do 30 seconds, shall we? That's it. Okay, 5.634 gallons. And now Andre's going to calculate.
So once again, 111 miles divided by 5.6, I already forgot.
5.634.
634. 19.7.
Huh.
So it's a little bit better than the Jeep said.
That's close to 20, which is still below the EPA numbers, but it's better than I expected, and it's better than it reported on the car.
Yeah, but it's not even better than the Nissan. So
no, this is last place.
This is the thirstiest.
By far.
Honda takes it. I mean, they're very close, but Honda is, I mean, it's almost a car.
Look at it this way. Okay, the Honda is really not meant for the off-roading. That's what these other ones are meant for. The Honda also doesn't tow as much as these other ones, though, although it does haul more than some of these.
Yeah, lots of payload in the Honda.
Really good payload. So it's an interesting trade-off with that one, and it is by far the best road warrior, and obviously the most efficient.
And turbocharging actually worked today. I mean, usually turbos mean lots of power, but now, today, we saw efficiency.
We did indeed.
Well, thanks for joining us. Check out the other TFL Truck Madness at alltfl.com because we've done gauntlets, drag racing, and off-roading too.